Now, India and China will hold a new edition of Special Representatives Dialogue on the boundary question in Beijing on Wednesday after a gap of nearly 5 years. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval will meet Chinese Foreign Minister Wang as part of the 23rd meeting of Special Representatives. Now, the last round of Special Representatives Dialogue took place in New Delhi in December of 2019. The decision to revive the dialogue mechanism was taken at a meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping in Kazan on October 23rd. A statement from India's Ministry of External Affairs has said that the two special representatives will discuss the management of peace and tranquility in the border areas and explore a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable solution to the boundary question. There was no special representative dialogue in the last 5 years, given the eastern Ladakh border row. The military standoff along the line of actual control, the LAC, in eastern Ladakh began in May of 2020, and a deadly clash at the Galwan Valley in June that year resulted in a severe strain in ties between the two neighbors. Both countries completed disengagement process from the last two friction points of Demchok and Depsang in Ladakh under an agreement finalized in October this year. Now, the agreement was finalized just days before Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping held talks on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Russian city of Kazan. And now our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us live from New Delhi. Siddhant, what are more details that you can give us about this latest dialogue which is about to happen?
Well, this latest dialogue is the SR level mechanism, which is the special representative level mechanism on the border talks, basically to resolve any border issue, and demarcation of the border also comes in this mechanism's ambit. This mechanism was started in early part of this century under the prime ministership of the then Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. It was, of course, suspended after the Galwan crisis. The last meeting was in 2019. Now, it was in Kazan that both the leaders decided to resume these talks, and the Indian NSA is traveling to Beijing. The talks happen tomorrow, and these talks are seen as key for two reasons. First, it shows a normalization in India-China relationship in the aftermath of the leaders' meeting and the 21st October border pact that saw the disengagement in Demchok and Depsang. The second, of course, is the first high-level visit of an Indian official, an Indian top official to Beijing since the Galwan crisis. There hasn't been any high-level visit since then to Beijing, and essentially these talks will help in taking further steps in terms of the normalization of relationship, which includes the restart of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, the easing of visas, direct flights, and next year the celebration of the relationship, the anniversary of the relationship, which will see a lot of visits as well next year. Of course, remember, China is the chair of the SCO, and we could see an expected visit of the Indian NSA, the Indian External Affairs Minister, in fact, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well for the SCO summit in China.
Thank you, Siddhant, for joining us with the latest on that.